Hello and welcome to another episode of A Brief History. Today's episode, Smosh. Ready, set, go. Carmichael, California, 2002. Having recently learned how to code, high school student Anthony Padilla begins to put together a website of his own known simply as Smosh.com. Now, this was several years before the dawn of social media sites like Facebook and Twitter, so when Smosh.com was launched on October 24th, 2002, it was really just meant to be a place for Anthony and his friends to hang out. But after a while, word about the site began to spread throughout his school and across the internet, and after only a few months, Smosh.com's daily user base had exploded into tens of thousands. The site became a bit of a big deal in the early internet days, and was even where the likes of Tom Scott posted some of his earliest videos. Needless to say, all of that is pretty impressive, especially for a kid in high school. Fast forward to late 2005, and during a particularly boring day, Anthony and his friend slash fellow Smosh member Ian Hecox passed the time by lip-syncing to the Power Rangers theme song, as all college kids do. I know I did. Teenage Mutant Power Rangers. I love that song. Of course, inspiration struck, and the two decided to film themselves lip-syncing to the song and posted it to their website. And thus was born the first ever true Smosh video, and their friends loved it. So obviously, Ian and Anthony decided to make another one, this time lip-syncing to the Mortal Kombat theme. And to their surprise, this video actually started to gain a lot of traction, being shared all over the internet. But again, this was the really early days of the social internet, and things weren't quite as simple as they are now. Because Anthony owned and operated Smosh.com, the site's bandwidth was his expense, so he had to pay a fee for pretty much every view the video got. Not really a sustainable business model for a college kid. But as Smosh's Mortal Kombat video continued its journey across the internet, it eventually wound up being uploaded to this website Anthony had never heard of before, called YouTube. And after discovering the site through this re-upload, Ian and Anthony promptly set up their own Smosh YouTube channel and made that their new, far more affordable home base for uploading videos. So basically, Smosh started YouTube because they got freebooted. The Smosh YouTube channel was created on November 19th, 2005, less than a year after YouTube had even launched. And the duo's first few uploads to the site were just the videos they had already made for Smosh.com. But not long after, Ian and Anthony decided to make their third lip-sync video, this time using the Pokemon theme. And this video earned what was one of the highest honors a YouTube video could get back in the day: a front page feature. Like, it doesn't seem like much today, but back in the early years of YouTube, being featured on the site's front page was like a career starter. And this was definitely the case for Smosh, for their Pokemon video just totally went crazy. By August of 2006, the video had well over 15 million views and later jumped all the way to 24 million, making it the most viewed YouTube video at that time. And this early boost in popularity also skyrocketed Smosh to become the single most subscribed to channel on all of YouTube, with a whopping 2,900 subscribers. Wow, YouTube was such a different place in 2006. To date things even more, the channel that later topped Smosh's spot on the most subscribed list was the Evolution of Dance Guy. So with Smosh's YouTube popularity effectively kickstarted, Ian and Anthony obviously kept things going on their channel, though they pretty quickly moved away from lip-sync videos in favor of sketch comedy. And from this point on, Smosh was really just doing their thing, making goofy comedy sketches, trying new stuff, and just having fun while doing so. And throughout all of this, thanks to smash hit videos like Easy Step, Food Battle, and more, the Smosh channel continued to grow pretty rapidly. In fact, their channel growth actually managed to hit 2 milestones at once come April of 2007, when the channel temporarily reclaimed its #1 spot on the most subscribed list after seemingly becoming the first YouTube channel to pass 100,000 subscribers. And really, for the next next few years, Smosh's history is just a story of non-stop growth. Their content's quality and production value continued to improve, they started several successful sketch formats, and they even became one of the first channels to be integrated into YouTube's partnership program, allowing Ian and Anthony to pursue Smosh full-time. But it did not stop there. As the main Smosh channel continued to grow, bring in millions upon millions of views, and surpass subscriber milestone after subscriber milestone, the Smosh brand began to expand throughout YouTube, with a wealth of side channels and new projects that tried out new forms of content. Things like cartoons, character spin-offs, foreign language channels, and most notably, their gaming channel Smosh Games and their secondary channel Smosh Pit have all helped build Smosh to be more than just a sketch comedy channel. But none of that is to say that Smosh had abandoned their bread and butter. On the contrary, Smosh's main sketch comedy content was only getting bigger and bigger. Jumping all the way to 2015, it's easy to see that Smosh had grown well beyond just Ian and Anthony. On top of having a full professional production team and additional writers, Smosh was also beginning to introduce new regular cast members to their family. These being Noah Grossman, Keith Leak, Olivia Sway, Courtney Miller, and Shane Top. And the company was even beginning to branch out beyond short-form content, teaming up with Lionsgate to release their first feature-length film, Smosh the Movie, on July 23, 2015, and later with YouTube to produce the 2016 YouTube Red exclusive film Ghostmates. So even after more than a decade on YouTube, Smosh was still massively successful. The small YouTube experiment that Ian and Anthony started in college was now far bigger than either of them could have ever dreamed. But unfortunately, behind the scenes, things just weren't quite that simple. As we all found out on June 14, 2017, when it was officially announced that Anthony Padilla would be leaving Smosh. This announcement came as a pretty big shock to the YouTube community, but apparently it was something that had been a long time coming. When Smosh began, it was literally just Ian and Anthony making anything they wanted to make. It was scrappy, it was spontaneous, and it was exciting. But as the years went on, and Smosh grew from a hobby to a career to a brand, Anthony's excitement for everything just kinda started to dwindle. And it was this lack of creative freedom that eventually led to Anthony's departure from the channel. Now, obviously, there's no bad blood between Ian and Anthony. Creative differences happen, and it's important to chase what makes you happy. Which is exactly what Anthony has been doing ever since, continuing to make videos and build his own comedic identity over on his personal YouTube channel. And of course, Smosh is not slowed down a bit. These days, the channel boasts nearly 23 million subscribers and still cranks out original sketches on a regular basis, with a heavy focus on their hit series Every Blank Ever. Ian and Anthony are, without a doubt, two of the most quintessential YouTubers of all time. They were some of the first people to find widespread success and make a living off of the website, and have been massive inspirations to so many creators over the years. In fact, without Smosh, there's a good chance that I wouldn't be making a brief history here today. I'm serious. I originally covered Smosh on A Brief History back on April 1st, 2013. Not as an April Fool's joke, it just kinda happened that way. It was the 5th episode of the show ever made. I had 1,000 subscribers, and somehow someone at Smosh saw the video and liked it enough to feature it on their website with a dedicated article and everything. They described the video as being mostly right. I love that. Mostly right. Well, hopefully this new episode was even more mostly right. But that little shout out that no one at Smosh probably even remembers really helped kickstart my channel's growth back in the day and gave me the drive to continue making A Brief History. And nearly 5 years later, here we are. So thank you, Smosh. I guess I owe you one. But anyway, like I was saying, Ian, Anthony, and the rest of the Smosh family have had a tremendous influence on this website over the years. And even today, they are still open to taking pretty big risks with their content in order to push things forward. And with Anthony pursuing his own creative passions and Ian continuing to fly the flag for Smosh, it's pretty safe to say that these guys are far from done. They paved the way for so many YouTubers who came after, and even in 2018, after so many things about YouTube and the internet have changed, Smosh still stands as one of the true pioneers of the entire YouTube industry. Thanks for watching, guys. DFTBA. And after you've remembered not to forget to be awesome, don't forget to check out today's sponsor, Honey. DFTCOTSH. We'll workshop that later. Anyway, yes, today's video was sponsored by the good folks over at Honey. Not the food and not the catalyst for interspecies legal action in the B-movie, but the free browser extension that automatically searches for and finds all the best coupons on the internet so that you get the best prices when you shop online. It's really cool and super simple to install. All you gotta do is go to joinhoney.com/ABH, click that button, click that other button, and boom, you're done. Seriously, Honey is super cool, easy to use, and in 2017, Honey saved over $300 million for its 7 million members. That's amazing. There's really no reason not to add this to your browser. It's a simple 2-click install, it saves you money, and it's totally free. See, look, I just bought a pizza for less money than I would have normally spent to buy a pizza, and that's all thanks to Honey. So if you're interested in saving some money while also helping support A Brief History, then you can click the link in the description or go to joinhoney.com/ABH and get started. Major thanks to Honey for sponsoring this video. Major thanks to you guys for watching and supporting the show. Do stay tuned to the channel because next time I'll be covering someone a lot of you guys have been suggesting, and I think that's about it, so I'll say it again, guys. Thanks for watching, and DFTBA.